Well, hello there. You look new. You are from here, aren't you? Don't worry. My name is Rockafilos. Despite my experience, I'm actually quite old. And do you mind if I tell you a story? A personal favorite of mine. The name of the story is Calon Arang. Let's begin. Long, long ago, in a kingdom named Kandiri, and in a village named Gira, there once lived a very cool and evil witch named Calon Arang. Calon Arang practiced black magic and was quite old. She was cruel to everybody, except for one person, her daughter, Ratna Mangali. She was kind to Ratna Mangali because she is her daughter. But over the years, Calon Arang became furious because her daughter, Ratna Mangali, despite being very beautiful and kind-hearted, never had any boyfriends or friends. All because her mother, Calon Arang, was feared by everyone in the village. So, one day, Calon Arang kidnapped a young child and bound her to an altar. She used her spell book and began a ritual. A ritual that will curse the village of Gira. She drew her sword and she stabbed and killed the young child. And so, the ritual was successful. The village was cursed. People started dying. Disease started spreading, and floods started happening. All from just one ritual. So, the villagers of village Gira came to the king of Kandiri Kingdom. Please, your majesty, our village, Gira village, we were cursed by that witch, Calon Arang. Please, help us. Punish her. And so, the king said, "All right, I shall send my men." So, the men of the army of Kandiri drew their swords and headed to Gira village to kill Calon Arang. But Calon Arang was too powerful. Most of them were killed, and they had to retreat. The king pondered, how can I kill that witch? So, he walked to his most trusted advisor. My most advisor, please help me. Kill that witch. How can I do that? The advisor said, "My king, I can do that, but there is only one way." So, the advisor goes to his disciple and says this, "My disciple, Mpu, befriend Ratna Mangali and marry her." Mpu, ever loyal, goes to Kandiri and befriended Ratna Mangali. And eventually, they married. Ratna Mangali and Calon Arang were so happy. They hosted a wedding between Ampu and Calon, Ratna Mangali. The wedding lasted for 7 days and 7 nights. On the 7th night, Ampu was given orders by the advisor to steal the spellbook of Calon Arang to weaken her. So, Ampu snuck into the room of Calon Arang and successfully stole her spellbook, the source of her power. With one last look, Ampu made a fire and dropped the book into it. Once the book was destroyed, Calon Arang felt something. What is this? Where's my spellbook? No! No! But it was too late. The soldiers of the army of Kandiri had already at the front door of Calon Arang. Even though her spellbook was lost, she was still powerful, but ultimately died by the hands of the soldiers. Ratna Mangali cried and cried and cried because even though her mother, Calon Arang, was cruel to others, she was always kind to Ratna Mangali. But in the end, Ratna Mangali realized, this is for the better. My mother was cruel. Ratna Mangali and Ampu married happily, and the Kandiri kingdom stood glorious. So that's my story. In conclusion, I think the moral of the story is, even if your parents are evil or cruel, you don't have to follow in their footsteps. You could always change for the better. I have told you my story. Now it's your turn. Tell me your story.